All right, good morning, everyone. This is Tony Laporta with TonyLaporta.com. Anyhow, it's been such a big week, and as you know, I'm not going to overdo things this morning. I am 100% flat, but the reason I'm doing this webcast is it's a little bit easier to talk about levels and what I'm thinking after the fact, after the number. And what I'm thinking going into the number is we do have the notes kind of leading on the downside a little bit. We've had the big move up, which was the notes gave us the indication, but then the bonds took over. And we rode along all week, and I basically had that 61.8 level in the bonds and the notes, and I took profits up there. And it's been a great week. Why do I want to roll the dice on a payroll number? So I'm going into the number flat, but I want to be a buyer. I'm thinking that we're going to see a good number, and I want to be a buyer. So what's the first thing you have to do? You have to check your pivot points. What do we have below the market? You also have to think about the major levels. We know the major levels in the bonds, 154.18 and 153.19. What do? I look at my pivot points in the bonds. The pivot's 154.24. We haven't traded that yet this morning. But then we have 154.18. That's support 1. You go all the way down to support 4, and we have 153.19. So we not only have pivot points, but we have major levels. And we saw how 153.19 held earlier in the week. Market bottomed out at 17. And before you know it, we're back up to the next level at 154.18. All in one day. So what am I thinking this morning? I want to buy a break. If the bonds rally, if it's a weak number and the bonds rally, I'm done. I've had such a big week, I don't need to be involved. I'm done. But if they break, I'm a buyer. Okay, let's talk about more major levels. And I've been writing a lot about these major levels. It's a new gig of mine. Something I've learned, and they're crazy levels, especially when they coincide with pivot points. So what's our major level in the 10-year notes? 126.04. Let's look at our notes. What do we have? Support 1, S1, 126. No, sorry, S2, 126.04.5. So that's a level. Now, I don't know what this number is going to be this morning, but if it's slightly better than expected or a little bit better than expected, these treasuries are going to come off. But they're going to come off to levels that I want to buy them at. So I'm going to have some resting orders, and I know it's a little bit risky to throw in resting orders, but I'm not trading 20 lots. I'm trading 1 lots in the bonds. And I'm going to have a resting order in there to buy 1 at 418, 1 at the other 2 pivot points below, and then 1 at the final pivot point at 53.19. And that'll be my trade. That'll be what I'm looking for. That'll be resting orders before the number. Now, after the number hits, it's a whole new ballgame. You're on your own. You have to decide how you want to trade it, if you're going to trade it. First off, the number has to be better than expected, or there's no trade. For me, there's no trade. So that's the way I'm looking at it. When it comes to the soybeans, I'm going to be very patient there, and may wait till Monday night, but I'm going to be very patient there. I'm not going to start jumping into anything anytime soon. So that's about all I have for you this morning. It's all about the levels. I'll write something again after the data, but it's all about the levels now. I do not want to be short the bonds. If you want to take a shot and be short them before the number, run them into the number, go on, take a shot. But after the number, I do not want to be short them. If it's a weak number and the bonds rally, I'm going to turn off my computers. And you know that's a lie. So I cannot be short the bonds. I only want to buy them. So with that said, pull out your pivot points, know your major levels. You've got all the major levels written down there. Bond levels for 5 or 6 levels above and below. I passed them all out. You've got bond levels. You got S&P levels, NASDAQ levels, Dow Jones levels, gold levels, crude levels. These are major levels and not to be taken for granted. That's about all I have. Good luck this morning. Payrolls is released in exactly 1 hour and 2 minutes. Cheers.